Hello friends, welcome to Programming in Your Hands. Travel with me to learn programming in a much easier way. There are several parts, so we'll start off with part 1, which is the very fundamental and the basic. Here we go about input and output statements. So for easy understanding, I'm going to take a programming language which is called a C++. Any programming language you can take, there will be an input and an output command. So, the first thing in any programming language you need to know is the output statement. In C++, the output statement, you normally call it a cout. This is case sensitive, so it should be a small c, O-U-T, cout. So now, whenever I am writing it with double quotes, you can see a double quotes over here. So whenever I am writing cout, which is an output command, within double quotes, if I am writing this welcome to within double quotes, it will be displayed as such, like my output would be welcome to. And in the next line you could see again it is written within double quotes, programming is in your hands. So you can see your output, programming is in your hands. Now again a cout command which is written within double quotes. You are born to succeed, definitely. So here you can see your output as you are born to succeed. So remember, whenever you are writing an output statement within double quotes, that will be displayed as such. This is the first thing that you must remember in a programming language. Then, coming to data types. Any data if you take, it should have definitely a data type. Suppose you are going to write your name. In that case, if I want to get the input from the user, I need to use a data type which is called as character. So your compiler will understand char, which occupies 1 byte. Suppose I am going to enter a number. In case if my number would be 5, then definitely my variable, say A, which has a data type int. So my statement would be int a equal to 5 or int a, which means that variable a has a data type int, which is of integer, which is a number. Okay, coming to float double. This uses a decimal value. Suppose my a is going to be 5.5. In that case, I normally use float a, where a equals 5.5. So, float accepts decimal points. So, the first letter would be small letter. C++ is a case sensitive language. Okay, fine. Now, the first thing you learned was about the output statement. Then you know that any data will definitely have a data type. And the third thing that you need to know is your input statement. So in C++, the input statement is cin. Again, it is case sensitive. Use lower cases. Cin. The arrow will be towards you. Cout. The arrow will be outwards. Okay. Again, cin always requires a data type. So in this sample, you can see int a. So now you can say a is a variable which holds a data type int, which means my a will be a number. Okay, coming to the next line, you can see cout. What is cout? Output statement. So there is a double quote over here. You can see. So whatever is written within the double quote will be displayed as such. So enter the value of a will be my output. Okay. Now cin. Whenever you come across cin, the user has to enter in the keyboard. Remember that way. So cin means I have to enter something. What do I have to enter? I have to enter the value of A. So now a cursor will be blinking next to this. So I am typing 5. Okay. Now coming to the next line. Cout, within double quotes you have A. So now you know cout is our output statement. Whatever is there within the double quotes will be displayed as such. So A will be displayed as such, and you know what is the value of A. A value I have typed it as 5, so my output would be 5. That's all is C++. Okay, any programming language will be easily understood using input and output statements. So now this would be my output. Fine. Now if I want my output with space, so in the previous example here you can observe A, immediately you have your 5. There is no space in between. Suppose I want a space in between. Now what do I have to do? So the same program I have written, I have used a /n over here, which means it comes to a new line. /n means it is coming to a new line. It should be written within double quotes. Remember that. Only in cout statement you will have /n. You should write it within double quotes. You cannot write a /n in cin. Remember. Fine. Now cout, you can say /n, it comes to the new line, then it types A. Now I am writing /t. /t means a tab space, there is a space. And then I am typing the value of A. It types the value of A because I have typed already my value here. So A is 5, and now it comes to the next line. Since you have a /n, then it types A, then there is a tab space, so there is a space in between, and then it types the value of A. What is the value of A? The value of A is going to be 5. Hope you understood. Now, your program should be like this. Always there is a header. Okay, and now I want something to be included. I have IO stream, which means input output stream. What is our input statement? Cin. What is our output statement? Cout. I am telling the compiler to include cin and cout. Okay, and now you have using namespace std. Now in C++, generally if you are not using namespace std, every time you will have to type cin double colon. Then you have to type something. Okay, that becomes tedious. Every time it will ask for that colon. So that is why, to avoid such things, you go for using namespace std directly. Now this is your main program. Always your program should be written inside a main. Now this is a function. Whenever you come across a parenthesis like this, it is nothing but a function. Okay, so now I am opening the function. I have written all what we have seen earlier, and then I have written a return 0. Since I am using integer is nothing but a number, so I am returning this here. Suppose if I am using void here, I need not write return 0. Now I have closed. So now you tell me what would be the output. You guess and tell me. Yeah, very good. Your first output would be welcome to. Then it will come as programming is in your hands. Good. Now /n, it comes to the next line. You are born to succeed. Yes, very good. Now you have int a. Okay. Now /n. So it comes to the next line. Okay. Enter the value of a. So now I am typing 5. There is no /n over here. So it automatically comes here. And now you can see /n, which means it comes to the next line. What will be displayed? A will be displayed. Now there is a /t, so there is a space in between, and now the value of a is being typed. Okay. So now whenever I say that it should be a program, you have to write a program like this. There should be a hash include IOStream using namespace std. There should be an int main, a opening bracket, closing bracket. If you are using int main, make sure you are writing return 0. And inside that, you can write your own program. Hope you would have got what I am trying to say. Okay. Now an exercise for you. Can you tell me what would be the output for this? Yes. What will be the first line? Tell me. Yes. So, in the next line, what will be typed? Whatever is typed within the bracket, closing bracket and opening bracket. Within that, you have you are born to succeed, so that will be displayed. Very good. And now, you have int a and b. So, which means a memory space will be allotted for a, for b separately. Now, you have double quotes. Double quotes, whatever is written inside double quotes will be displayed as such. There is a /n, which means it comes to the next line. Okay, now you can see enter the value of a and b. Now, cin means I have to type the value of a and b. I have typed 5, I have typed 6. Okay, now coming to the next line, /n, it comes to the next line. So, a plus b is equal to will be typed here. Now, what will be my output? A plus b. It will automatically add these both and gives me my output 11. That's all. Very good. Okay. Now, one more exercise with char. What do you mean by char? It is character. Okay. So, now, characters, which means writing name, writing the roll number, writing the enter your marks, all those remains as character. So now, the same program, I am typing hash include IOStream using namespace std int main, I am opening. Now, what would be my output first? It comes to the next line and you are born to succeed. That would be my output first. Fine. Now, here you have something fishy. Char name of 10. This you call it as an array. Okay. Character, it occupies only 1 byte. So, suppose if you are writing, say, India. Okay. Now, without this array, when you are trying to display cout name, only I, India's, the first letter I will be displayed because it occupies only 1 byte. That is why we are using a number inside this bracket. Okay, which means it will have I in name of 0, N in name of 1, D in name of 2, I in name of 3 and A in name of 4, India. Hope you would have understood. Okay, that is why we normally use char name. Don't forget to use this array. Good. Now, coming to the next line. /n, enter your name. This is within the curly brackets. So, whenever it sees /n, it comes to the next line. What will be typed? Enter your name will be typed. So, I am typing cin. So, I have to type. This S is typed by me. Okay. Now, what will be displayed? Cout. So, within double quotes, you have /n, which means it comes to the next line and types name is. So, in the next line, name is typed. Now /t, which means there is a tab space and name. Whatever you have typed here will be displayed over here. That's all. Very good. Keep it up. Fine. We'll move on to the last exercise. Okay. I want you to write the output in the comment section that I am going to put up. Okay. So, the output, you please write it in the comment box. Let me check whether you have written it correctly or not. Fine. So, this is the program. It goes this way. Hash include IOStream using namespace std, int main, cout, there is a /n, you are born to succeed, char name of 10, enter your name, cin name, cout, name is displaying the name. Here you have a data type which is float, which means it accepts the decimal value. So, now A equals 5.5, B equals 6.5 and C. Now, I am adding A and B. I am putting up it in C. Okay, where C is also float. Okay, now C out, C is C. Now I want you to write the output in the comment section in the YouTube channel down. Thank you for watching and subscribe for more exciting exercises for you. So, thank you for your attention. See all in the part 2.